Good morning and welcome back. I am coming to you today to talk about the cost difference between living in the US versus living in Romania. In July of 2022, my husband and I relocated from the Midwest in America to central Romania. Whenever we first moved here, we honestly thought everything was so much cheaper because we forgot that we were still using part of our American salary when we first arrived. So everything did seem like it was cheaper, and to us at the time it was. But once we switched over to our Romanian salary, it definitely shifted and put things into a different perspective. Before we actually get into the money part, going through all of the numbers, that taxes are still taken out of your check up front, just like they are in the US. In the US, you get all of your tax forms and you have to file and submit. You can even do it yourself, but I love that here in Romania, the company files your taxes for you. It makes it so easy and so simple. One really interesting thing to add is that in the US, you get paid every 2 weeks, and in Romania, you just get paid one time a month. I think our situation is a perfect example to compare apples to apples. When we lived in the Midwest, we were in a luxury apartment in a nice area of town. And here in Romania, we are also in a higher end luxury apartment and also in a nicer part of town. My husband also still works at the same job with the same position in the same company. So really the only thing that has changed for us is location. We have kind of found being in Romania that everything seems to be about 1/3 of the cost in the US, and dollars and euros are pretty close right now in price, so I'm just gonna kind of use that interchangeably throughout the video. Our apartment in Romania is 600 euros per month. We were able to save about 60 euros as well, so it was like 660, but we declined the parking spot since we don't have a vehicle here, so we were able to save a little bit per month. We talked to a lot of our friends here in Romania. They thought we were a little bit crazy whenever we told them how much our apartment was. We honestly had no idea what to expect because we really didn't have a reference for how much apartments cost here. You can see online when you're shopping the range, and I think that apartments range from like 200 euros, and honestly there was some way more than 600 euros as well, so you definitely have wide variety to choose from. And if you find an apartment with a roommate, that definitely saves money as well. Our apartment in Kansas City was $1,800 per month, but the key difference is we had a parking spot included, a really nice outdoor pool. We had a indoor gym and also had a spa area with LED beds that we could use for free, and you could even hire a massage therapist to come in. You did have to pay for that part. There was a free dog wash station and free bikes. So in Romania, our apartment, we do not have any added amenities. That is definitely a little bit of a difference. In Romania, our utilities included gas, electricity, internet, and building maintenance. It ranges from about $150 to $250 per month. And the really interesting thing is, in Kansas City, our utilities ran about the same. I honestly think that our utilities were a little bit cheaper in the US. For us, it seems to be right around the $150 to $250 per month. Moving on to food, this has really changed a lot since we have moved to Romania because we are eating a lot more whole natural foods, and also we're not eating 3 meals. We eat our first meal at 11 and then we eat dinner around 6. In the US, we did eat 3 times a day. And usually because both of us were working full time, we would eat lunch out and then I would make dinner every single night. In the US, I also was shopping, trying to buy more organic and clean foods. So our food bill honestly was so expensive. We spent about $1,600 per month on food. That included weekly groceries, eating out, and any extra energy drinks, coffees, or anything extra that we wanted for that month, which is so expensive for 2 people. Here in Romania, we spend about $880 per month on food. Sunday through Thursday, we cook breakfast and dinner, and then Fridays and Saturdays, we eat dinner out. And it honestly costs about the same to eat out here than it does just to eat dinner at home. So dividing how much we spend per month by how much we make per month, total after everything we spend in the US, $3,650 per month, 67% of our income. And in Romania, we spend roughly $1,730 per month, 72% of our income every single month. And that is just for the basic necessities. So I would say it's pretty even, honestly. And I was a little bit shocked by this whenever I was adding the numbers up, because I thought that we were spending so much more money in the US. But after doing the percent, there's only a 5% difference between how much we spent of our monthly income in the US versus Romania. That's pretty close. Like, you almost wouldn't even notice that difference. Now, in the US, we did have dual income. I was also working full-time back home. So I did take out my income in this scenario just to be a little bit more accurate in comparing apples to apples. I think overall we end up coming out a little bit better back home in the US because we did have a lot of money going into investments, where here we have nothing set up for that. This was really interesting for me to put this information together on paper. Honestly, I am surprised that the numbers were so close. Hopefully this was interesting to you to see how much it costs in America versus in Romania. Thank you so much for experiencing life and learning with me today, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye.